What if the most powerful thing you could say was nothing? Imagine a room full of chaos, people talking over each other, emotions running high, and everyone struggling to be heard. Now picture someone sitting quietly, their gaze steady, their demeanor unshaken. Who holds the real power in that room? The truth is, silence isn't empty. It's full of potential. And today, we're diving into the ancient wisdom of Stoicism to uncover how mastering the power of the silent stare can transform your relationships, decisions, and even your self-perception. But let me ask you this. Have you ever been in a situation where you spoke too soon or said too much, only to regret it later? What if, instead, you had chosen silence, controlled, intentional, and powerful? This isn't just about keeping quiet. It's about mastering the kind of silence that commands respect, builds authority, and puts you in control of any situation. By the end of this video, you'll not only understand the philosophy behind this Stoic practice, but you'll also have actionable tools to implement it in your own life. So, stick around, because what you're about to learn could change how you interact with the world forever. Ready? Let's dive in. The philosophy of silence in Stoicism. Let's begin with the foundation. Why do the Stoics hold silence in such high regard? In Stoicism, silence isn't just the absence of words. It's a form of discipline and strength. Marcus Aurelius, the Roman emperor and Stoic philosopher, once wrote, "You have power over your mind, not outside events. Realize this, and you will find strength." This includes the ability to control your speech and at times choose silence over speaking. Silence forces you to think before you act, and in that pause lies your power. It creates a space where emotions can settle, clarity can form, and wisdom can emerge. It's not a retreat, it's a strategic decision. Take the story of Epictetus, a former slave turned philosopher. When asked how to handle insults or provocation, he simply advised, "When someone criticizes you, they are not insulting you, but their perception of you." What was his response to such provocations? Silence. Not out of weakness, but because he understood the futility of reacting emotionally. Now let me ask you, can you recall a moment where you reacted impulsively, said something you shouldn't have, and later regretted it? What if instead of reacting, you had paused and allowed silence to do the work for you? Here's the challenge. Today, when you feel the urge to speak impulsively, stop. Practice silence. Let the moment settle and observe the outcome. You might be surprised at the authority and clarity it brings. By mastering silence, the Stoics believed, we align our actions with reason and step closer to the ideal of self-control. The psychology of the silent stare. What makes the silent stare so impactful? It's not just the absence of words, it's the presence of control. When you remain silent while others are speaking or reacting emotionally, something fascinating happens. Your silence shifts the dynamic of the interaction. The human mind is wired to fill silence with meaning, and when you don't provide an immediate response, people project authority, mystery, or even wisdom onto you. Think about it. Have you ever met someone who could hold eye contact without saying a word, yet commanded your attention? That's the power of the silent stare. It's a psychological tool that creates tension, demands respect, and signals emotional mastery. Here's why it works. Silence projects confidence. Speaking impulsively often comes from insecurity or the fear of not being heard. Remaining silent, on the other hand, demonstrates that you are comfortable in your own presence. It shifts the focus. When you stay silent, people feel compelled to explain themselves further or reconsider their words. You've likely heard the phrase, "He who speaks first loses." This principle holds true in negotiations, arguments, and even casual conversations. It buys you time. Silence gives your brain the moment it needs to process information, assess your emotions, and craft a deliberate response. Now, let's try a thought experiment together. Picture a heated argument you've had in the past, maybe with a friend, a co-worker, or even a stranger. Imagine pausing, staying completely silent, and maintaining a calm gaze instead of responding immediately. How does the scene change in your mind? The silent stare isn't about intimidation, it's about presence. It signals that you are not swayed by external chaos, that you hold yourself steady. This practice is the cornerstone of emotional resilience and interpersonal authority. Your challenge here: the next time you're in a conversation, resist the urge to fill every pause with words. Practice the silent stare. Watch how others react, how the energy of the room shifts, and how much more clarity you gain. How to master the silent stare. Observe, don't react. Pause and notice emotions before acting. Listen deeply. Silence paired with attentive listening creates trust. Hold a neutral gaze. Practice calm, relaxed expressions. Start small. Test silence in daily low-stakes conversations. Practical benefits in daily life. Strengthening relationships. Silence de-escalates tension. Enhancing decision-making. Pauses create better outcomes. Building respect and authority. Calm silence commands trust. Try it today. Test the silent stare in one conversation. Share your results in the comments. Hit like, subscribe, and turn on notifications for more. Let silence transform your life. Until next time, stay strong, stay stoic.